Alright, what's up, you ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Zamaterasu in the building. So, Secret Force has finally dropped out, and I decided to go with the pendulum build in real life. Now, now this deck will probably change towards the future because I don't like Nekroz. What the hell is that? Sorry about that. People want to cut people's yards and stuff. They got to make a little money and stuff like that. But that's besides the point. So I'm gonna talk about my tournament experience at locals. I got mopped by freaking Nekroz, or I don't know. The bastards to be wearing the freaking synchros and the bastards be wearing synchros and stuff like that. And pretty much like I got too old really badly because the pendulum build for Yosenjus are just way too slow towards the deck that's like a Mach 5, Mach 10, I don't even know. Probably Mach even freaking 20. The deck is so consistent. It's literally on the same level as as Dragon Rose when they first came out. When they first came out, you literally saw them just go do 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 do. Nah. Do 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 do. Nah. All that great stuff. All over the place. And then on top of that, you have a little super rejuvenation. Even though that's kind of like similar to Quills, but they take some sort of fashion or skill to do those advanced plays. But the claws, they're just way too fast. Like you literally had to do some type of thinking process to execute your plays as an clock player. I mean, I seen games where like the clock player would just like lock me out with Falc for like 5 turns, and I couldn't do anything about my Yosenjus. Because you know how Yosenjus are, they bounce to the hand every single time. So because of that, I just keep getting wrecked. I kept getting wrecked by that. So the build that I'm testing right now, is the Battle Over the Emperor build. I forgot what the YouTuber who did this. This YouTuber, when he did this for the first time, I was like, holy shit, that's like amazing as hell. But it was just that it was just too slow, and I couldn't really think of like a straight up build for it. Because I want to utilize the counter trap and utilize level 6 too. Now after some time and stuff, I made a build for it, but I stopped doing it. I don't know why though. I just stopped doing it because I felt like Reckless Greed was a little bit better for me. But then again, it was like I could have just played this build instead of Reckless Greed, and just put myself on the safe radar. So right here now, Battle Over the Emperor. If you don't know what this card does, you can choose to negate the activation of an effect monster that activates when a monster is normal summon, including itself. If you do that affects monster controller draws a card. So you can use this on Maju, Senju, all the Yosenju monsters. But here's a little trick to loop this around. Now in this build, I know I have not shown any deck profiles of my Yosenjus. I know you guys are probably like, Paul, when you use a deck profile, you're switching your builds constantly. I'm sorry, I have to do a lot of testing in order to get this deck on 60 card 5 level. You have to use all types of builds. So right here, you see me go end phase MST, and right here, once I do the 10 key, I was like, yep, the show is about to start. So what you do here is you just summon Yamatitachi, well, Kamura 2, and then you activate by order the Emperor by revealing the Kage. So it's gonna negate Kage, and then you get to summon another monster, and then you get to loop Kage, negate Kage, draw a card, normal summon that card, normal summon the card that I just drew, and then I just keep looping it all over the place, and I'm gaining 5 to 3 cards for free. And I didn't really care about negating I didn't really care about Stormfronting because I was like, I'm already at advantage anyway, and I just wanted to get the extra slot and at least keep a monster on the field. And yeah, pretty much right there. Once that happened, it was just like damn, you can't really do anything about that. And that's just, this is what Yosenju should actually be, honestly. And because of that, I'm going back to this build because I like this draw system. And you know what? You know who else? And you know who else gave me an idea for main decking Flying Sea? Oblivion Knight. So big shout out to him. So I'm gonna do a bonus video and then I'll wrap it up from here. Alright, so the bonus video will be on the 60 card fire fist. I know you guys are like, oh, it's not 60 card fire fist. Oh, it's not. Oh, you go with 60 card fire. No, I am not. Nope. I'm playing Yosenju's, Sigma's Yosenju's. I love my fire fist. Yes, I do. I love the deck. But Nekroz are just way too fast, and I don't like getting Trishula. I hate getting Trishula. Getting Trishula is probably the worst thing to get hit by. The worst. Back in the day, when I used to triple Trishula someone and on their first term of Infernities and they couldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, I know. So this is probably just karma all over again. Just saying. And also too, I was gonna talk about a few things too. The next video that I'll be doing will be just regarding about how to get into Oblivion and what's the new like system all about. Now, the new system is that in order to get into Oblivion, if you want to do an Oblivion test, you need to have 100 wins on your matches. For singles, I would say 150. 150 because singles, they should be double the amount because they're generally faster to do than matches. Matches is something that you have to actually do. You have to actually gain experience about and stuff like that. That right there, in order to right there, in order to attempt the Oblivion test, you have to do that. Once you meet the requirement, in order to, now we have the battle test and we have the test, like the written test. Now the battle test is you have to win best 2 out of 3 in matches against a random Oblivion member, and like I said before, it won't be the same person over and over. No, it'll be different people, so they don't get counterpicked, so they don't know what to expect. So we keep you guys guessing and stuff like that. Now, for those who fails in matches and stuff like that, you go into black cards. We'll give you, depending what you get on your placement test, that'll be your rank, and then what you do is that you would go with the battle points, and you'll just rank up from there. Once you get up to a black level and you go against someone else, even if you win or lose, you will get into Oblivion, and right there, welcome to the side of Oblivion. But it doesn't mean that we in black cards. It doesn't mean that you're shit. No, it just means that you haven't earned your proper tags for Oblivion. Simple as that. And the reason why we're doing this now is the fact that we let too many people into Oblivion, and they don't represent the name correctly, or they're not generally strong enough for the name. And that's why we're trying to produce more players, like better players, so that we could actually get things going. Because I know you guys don't focus on clan drama and stuff like that, but there's one specific clan that I want to beat since I found out what the hell happened. And yeah, in order to beat them, I have to be, we gotta do better than them. We gotta have a better community than them, and just outdo that person completely. So that's the end of the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and this is your boy Zamaterasu out.